So how about that 29th anniversary, huh? What is going on, gamers? This is HyperShag23 with another video. It's been a while since I've done a discussion video, and since we're now only a year away from Sonic's 30th anniversary, I wanted to get this out before any announcements were made. Wow, imagine if we actually got announcements. Anyway, these are going to be my predictions and hopes for the next Sonic title, which Sega's been hyping up and delaying for the longest time. Thank you, COVID. We've been in a Sonic news drought ever since the movie came out, and I, for one, have been dying to get any major Sonic news. We just gotta wait a little bit longer, guys, but for now, here are my predictions for the next main series Sonic game. I'm just gonna get this one out of the way right now. My first prediction is that we're gonna see another Boost game, not tied to anything before it. Something completely original, a brand new story, so that means no sequels, no remakes, nothing connected to anything else. I'm thinking something along the lines of Colors, or Unleashed, or Lost World, or Forces, something that's just not tied to anything before it. Just your average Sonic game, but with some kind of gimmick. Maybe Sonic gets a new power, or a form, or something, or there's something new, a new gem, like the Phantom Ruby. Basically, anything that is not connected to anything else. What the gimmick might be, I have no idea. But since that's the most obvious prediction, I just want to get that one out of the way. It's the most obvious, and honestly, it's the most boring one. My second prediction is that we're getting some kind of Mania sequel or game in a similar style to Mania. And you know what that means? Classic Sonic! Of course Sega's going to keep milking Classic. I don't doubt that at all. He's even getting a special mini-series for IDW. But if we're getting a Mania style game, please just let it be that. No connections to modern games, no more split timelines. It didn't work in Forces, and it was just okay in Generations. And in my honest opinion, it feels way too soon for Mania 2. Not saying I don't want a game like that, I'm just saying I don't want one right now. Sega really needs to focus on modern Sonic and find his identity of how he wants to play and who he wants to be. In the last decade, Sonic has flip-flopped a lot with his gameplay, from Boost to Spin Dash to whatever the fuck Sonic Boom was. And it's given Sonic some of an identity crisis. Most fans don't know what they want either. Half of them say they want adventure style, others say they want to improve the boost. Honestly, I just want something I can enjoy at this point. Alright, I'm actually going to sidetrack a little before I get to my third and final prediction, but I just want to give my thoughts on this. If Sega does want to keep going the route with Mania and keep making classic games, I think there is a certain way they should do it. I don't think they should just kind of keep remaking the same stages and continue to... Well, they can continue to use classic Sonic, but just like... There's a way to do it. So like, let's say Mania gets a sequel, and eventually Mania kind of starts becoming its own series, kind of like how Sonic Boom was its own series, separate from modern Sonic. I think the next step to take from that would be, if you are going to make it its own universe or its own canon, I think it would be a good idea to expand upon the gameplay. Like, don't keep using the same moves, don't keep using the same formula that classic Sonic used in Mania, like with the drop dash and everything else that was in there. You can add more characters, you can add more moves, you can do a few more story elements. I'm not saying full anime cutscenes, but you can do kind of something similar to the advanced games or to Rush games. Like, these games can be a separate canon, they can all be 2D, but there's still ways to incorporate different elements of Sonic into that. It doesn't need to just be classic Sonic. You can have it be based on classic Sonic and then continue to add on upon that. Like, you can have the boost like in Rush, you can have trick systems like in Advance. I think Rush also had that. There are a lot of ways there's a lot of stuff you can do with 2D Sonic. He doesn't just have to be classic spin dashing and drop dashing. There's a lot you can do with that, and I think if Sega does want to keep going the Mania route, keep giving Mania Sonic or classic Sonic his own games, I think eventually, not right now, but eventually, the next step to take with classic Sonic, if you are going to make him his own entity in a way of saying it, is to give him some more moves, expand upon his stages. I don't think you should just say classic Sonic, because then people are going to get tired of that. You can keep this classic Sonic formula, as I've said before, but add more elements to it. Keep adding on to it so that it improves and complements Sonic's gameplay. Those are just my thoughts, and now here is my final and third prediction. So my last prediction, which is the one I'm hoping comes true, is that we're getting a Sonic Adventure remake. Sega has been teasing us with this idea for a year or so, dropping hints in interviews and music remixes and just a whole bunch of media, and it's something that many fans would really want. That is, if it's done right. Now, some of you might say, oh, you just wanted it because you're nostalgia blind. Maybe a little, but let me explain to you why doing a Sonic Adventure remake is actually a great idea. First of all, yes, nostalgia. All the Adventures fans are going to come running to this if it lives up to expectations. Second, it gives Sega a chance to improve Sonic's gameplay. How, you might ask? Because it's a remake. People who have already played through Sonic Adventure will already know what to expect going in. Therefore, it gives Sega a chance to experiment with Sonic's gameplay. What they can do is create a new engine for the remake to run on. And if that engine / gameplay style works out, they can apply that gameplay to future games. Similar to what Sega did with Unleashed and Rush back in the 2000s, where they played around the boost formula, and when they found that worked, a lot of people liked that gameplay and they kept it for colors and generations and forces and everything else. That's how we got another Rush game, and as well as games like Sonic Colors. For the most part, Sega kept improving the boost formula over time, with it peaking at Sonic Generations. They could do the same thing with this remake, find the gameplay of that style that most fans would enjoy, and use the remake as a test for that engine. If it works, then roll with it for a bit until you want to change it up a little and improve it. I'm not saying they should keep milking one style of gameplay, making it cheaper and more lackluster over time. That's what happened with the boost. Lost World tried to give the boost a break and return to classic style gameplay in 3D, but we all know how that turned out. Hopefully through all this time, Sega's been taking notes, looking at criticisms, fan games, reflecting on what made Sonic fun to play in the first place. The main gameplay style should be the same: run fast, collect rings, fight Eggman or whoever the villain is. But Sega also shouldn't be too afraid to experiment with new styles of gameplay that enhance the main style. Like, don't sacrifice speed in exchange for new moves. Don't exchange a diverse moveset in exchange for high-speed action. Sonic has always been about going fast and platforming occasionally. The world he lives in was basically built for him. His moves should be complementing his speed and enhance the experience of running through levels. At least that's the way I see it, but again, these are just my ideas and predictions, and nothing I've just said has been confirmed by Sega or Sonic Team. All we can do is hope. One last thing I want to say is just, whatever Sega comes up with, they seem to want to live up to our expectations. They really are taking their time, and you have to remember the current circumstances going on. We're still in the midst of a global pandemic. That's gotta be taking a toll on them. As Sonic fans, we argue a lot about how we see Sonic in the future, or how we want to play, but right now I think we all just need to be a little more positive. Sonic has had a rough last few years in terms of games, but there have been a few gems in the last decade. We got Generations, we got Mania, 2 phenomenal games, we got Sonic Runners for a little bit. Hell, we got a full live-action movie this year, and it was the #1 video game movie of all time. Whatever happens, I just want to keep an open mind. I just want to be positive. I want nothing more than success for the little blue guy who has made a special place in my life for so long. All we can really do is hope for the best. And if the game doesn't live up to our expectations, well, there's always next time. Anyway, guys, those are just my thoughts on what's next for Sonic. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more, and ring that bell for notifications. Thanks, and here's the 30 years of the Blue Blur. Keep on running, Sonic. Don't stop reaching for the stars.